Season 4.5 just started, and let's do a tier list. Okay. Let's try to sort these out real quick. Put all the. We'll just do it as it goes. So we have S, A, B, D, C, and D. All right. C and D. Cloak and Dagger. No, we're not going to start with her. BP. A tier. He's still really, really good. His damage is just really, really strong. Super hard to hit. Does have some counters though. Characters like Thing, Namor, especially with Hela, definitely make it harder for him to dive. Characters like Loki, um, hell, even Penny. Shout out my 3 Penny players. You know who you are. But especially Bucky with Bucky's new update, his like little uppercut now stuns, making it so he has 2 potential options to essentially stop him out of his dash. Not even combining like Luna Snow's freeze and whatnot. I mean, there's a lot of abilities to stop him. But a good BP player who knows how to manage his cooldowns and just work his way around and get a good dive off is definitely A tier. Going on to Widow. I'm gonna put her in A tier as well. Honestly, might even put her in S tier. And you might be thinking like, whoa, S tier Widow? I know what you're thinking, bro. I'm telling you. And my lobbies and up, I'm currently GM2 on like 3 different accounts. Bro, my lobbies and up, if there's a Widow player, that one Lord Widow, like you won't see Widow for like 20 plus games. Then you get that one game with that one Widow, bro, she is insane. Bro, she is insane. I'm telling you, she does not miss a shot. And like you can't dive her because her team's on that. You know what? Now that I think about it, not everyone's gonna be in those games. So realistically, I might actually move her from A to B, which is tough because I'm always getting dominated by this Widow, and it sucks. But bro, you know what? I'm gonna leave her in B. I'm gonna leave her in B. Not a bad character, not the greatest. And speaking of not the greatest, bro, what did they do to my boy Iron Fist, bro? They nerfed him to the ground, bro. I used to play Iron Fist back in season 0. He was so much fun. Don't get me wrong, he's not like a bad character. You could still, I want to preface, you could still perform on any of these characters and make them work. It's just some characters are, significantly better than others and more reliable. But a good Iron Fist can definitely do some damage. He's got his block, he's got his dash, but that nerf to the punches to not only get out, but as well as like the team up with Luna, and they just took away like his bonus damage. The nerfs just hit him kind of too hard. So honestly, I think he's stuck in C. And he kind of has like the same problem with BP. Characters like Thing, Penny, Bucky. Now it just makes it a lot harder to dive. I will say Iron Fist compared to BP, like in the Bucky matchup, a little bit stronger because he can block his punch and his grab a bit more reliably. But overall, the character's just not that good. Cap. Don't see a lot of Cap anymore. Cap kind of fell off. There's still a few like really really good Cap players. I don't see them a lot though, and the ones that I do see, they're either insanely OP or they're going for a hike on like most deaths in the lobby, which is funny to say because Cap's supposed to be like super immortal and spending forever living. But honestly, I'm gonna leave him an A. I'm not the best tank man or anything. I've played my fair share of Cap, and he's really good. He's one of the better tanks out there. But overall, other than his shield and just like stalling potential, his combo game isn't the best. And yeah, you can't really like main tank with just a Cap. C and D. Put her in A tier. Now hold on. I know y'all flaming right now. I don't think she's a bad healer. Actually, one of the best healers, but I'm saving S tier for the best of the best. But don't get me wrong. Like she's definitely like top 3, top 4 supports in the game, bar none. Great healing output. She has the cloak for the invincibility. Her ultimate is fantastic, although she can get sniped by mag. That's a bit of a downside. And compared to burst healing, it's not the best, but definitely strong support. Standing really good. She has what it takes to basically survive most dives, especially with cloak. You just blind the enemy, bro. That shroud, insane. So for that, we're gonna leave her in A. Next, Doctor Strange. Do I want to put Strange in S tier? I'm gonna put Strange in S tier for his portal alone. Y'all might call me crazy. I don't. Okay. We're gonna get more tanks in. We're gonna get more characters in. This isn't ordered, by the way. This isn't ordered. Maybe we clean it up at the end. I'm just going down the list, but his portal alone will save you so many fights. He's got great defense. He's got like an 800 HP shield. Is it 800, 700? Somewhere around there. He's got an 800 HP shield. The recent buff with his Maelstrom of Badness, which makes it so it's on, I think, 6 seconds or 8 seconds. It got a 2-second cooldown reduction, which means that you can have more consistent burst damage. And I know you may be thinking, but what if that's more time to have his anti? Just pop it, bro. Just pop it. If there's no enemies around and you're about to get an anti, just pop it. There's no point in holding it and getting anti. That's just me though. He's got the portal. He's got the defense. He's got great mobility too. His leap can definitely get him out of a sticky situation. You know, you hold up the shield, just try kind of chill. Your supports make it back. Boom. Great stall character. Slightly better than Cap. I think Cap has a little bit more survivability, like base kit. But when it comes to consistency and just like, oh my gosh, his ult as well, bro. Being able to just massive stun people, as long as you don't get like pushed by invis or anything or get blocked off, like game changing. So for that, we're gonna put him in S tier. Groot kind of fell off. I'm gonna put Groot in A tier. I think he's just as good, especially with Mantis. He definitely got like his walls buffed and whatnot. But I don't see a bunch of Groots. He's definitely strong against triple support. You don't see him getting banned nearly as much. There's not too many Groot players in my lobbies. But when you do get a Groot, it's really good. You can combo with characters like Moon Knight, Bucky. I mean, Moon Knight's the better one. And it just actually helps pierce through the triple support. But I definitely do think there's more dominant heroes. And for that, we're going to leave him at A. But his walls, super, super strong. He's got great sustain, but we got characters like Bucky, we got characters like Hela, we got characters that can just like essentially get him out of position, and if you get hooked, we got Wolf too, bro. Like I almost forgot about him, but bro, we got characters like Wolf, Bucky. You pull a Groot out of position, and it's wraps, bro. Like I mean, what is he gonna do? He's gonna sit there. He's gonna fall over, bro. It's a hurricane versus a tree. That being said, he's still a really good tank. Really reliable. We're going to leave him in A. Hawkeye. Good one shot, but you gotta be hitting all your shots. And it's I'd say he kind of falls into the same tier as Widow. Whereas, like, the few dominant players that consistently play him and, like, master the aim are good. They're goated. But, like, every single Hawkeye, every single Widow, it's not going to be every single game. But overall, really, really strong. He's got a cool little deflect mechanic. But other than that, I mean, he's just a range poke character. Pretty good. Lacks mobility. So I might even put him in B. We'll leave him in A for now. I feel like we might put him in B. We'll see about that. But the lack of mobility, the team up with Luna is pretty cool, although you don't really see it anymore. He kind of felt off. So for that, well, actually, yeah, I want to leave him in B. I'll leave him in B. We might change that. We'll see. Hela, S tier. Do I need to say it? Do I really need to say it? The strongest character in the game, and she got a buff. The team up with Namor, insane. Before that, insane. Season 0 through now, insane. Her ult, pretty decent. You got characters like Strange and whatnot who can kind of block it. Mag can kind of absorb it. And it's a little stationary, so it's not the best ult in the game, but it has consistent damage. If you hit your shots with Hela, like, even if you don't hit your shot with Hela, her presence alone is insane. And this is, like, post-team up, bro. Pre-team up, when you had Loki and Thor, when Loki was insane, she was goated. But this is season 4.5, so we're just going to talk about that patch. Bro, she's still, like, her damage cannot be contested. She's the goddess of the underworld for a reason. She be collecting all them souls. Do I need to say any more? I would say, like, her bird, maybe, like, what would be cool? a cool change. You know how characters like Angela, Star Lord, Iron Man, and whatnot, they can like control their fly. I feel like the bird timer should be the same, but instead of it being stiff, let it control it a little bit. You know, like let the bird be like that. I know you might be thinking that's a crazy buff. She already got buff. She doesn't need to be that much stronger. It's just a quality of life thing. I go in like a stiff direction. Like, come on, bro. She's a bird. You know, birds be soaring. They be flying around. What birds you know is just freaking like you're not gonna see it. Anyways, that's just my opinion. She does great damage. We're leaving Hella up top. She can fit just about anywhere, and she will dominate. Iron Man. B A tier. I'm gonna put him in A tier for his ult alone because triple support is really really strong right now, and if it wasn't for characters like Iron Man, Moon Knight, I'd say Psylocke with her buff. I mean, hell, even Scarlet Witch. And I know what you might be thinking. Scarlet Witch is not OP. I know, but characters with those ults definitely disrupt the triple. Oh, Storm, like the Storm Jeff team up as well. We're gonna get with Jeff. He's next. But characters like that can disrupt triple support pretty consistently. Like with combos and whatnot, or just having that threat definitely makes him a bit stronger. So for that, we're gonna leave him in A. I said it's not ordered, but just for now, we'll kind of leave him at the back. We'll actually move this around a little bit. But I mean, he's a flyer. He's got good poke. He's got the Ultron team up. The Ultron team looks pretty freaking good. So if you can run that, not a bad idea. His beam's pretty strong. He got a recent buff, I think, last season, whereas like his override gives him bonus health, and for that alone, definitely helps out with survivability. But enough about Iron Man. Pretty good. We're gonna move on to Jeff, bro. Jeff S tier. I mean, we're gonna put him at the top of S tier right now. Insane healing, W ult. They buffed his ult, by the way. Great combo with Storm. You can team wipe through support ults. If you like, you can literally just solo support ult, any support ult with Jeff, because most support ults are just boon circle of healing. Shout out my Dead by Daylight players, but it's just a big old circle. If you're in that circle, you get caught, and on maps where he can basically kamikaze himself, boom, easy, just free team wipe. It's a little tough because characters like Mag, characters like Moon Knight, Namor, they can just pop as a Star Lord. You can just pop your ult. That Bucky, you know what I'm saying? Or hell, even Torch can just dive on him. So his ult is very squishy, but it's pretty reliable. He's really strong. His bubbles are good. And yeah, overall, with his most recent buff, I feel like there's something I'm missing with his buff that I didn't mention. Either way, Jeff is really, really strong right now. Highly recommend you pick him up. Someone who fell off, but is still pretty good. I don't know. I haven't seen Loki since the nerf. It's been like, what, 2 weeks? His stones are really good. His ult is insane. You can copy literally any character. So, I mean, it's a double-edged sword. Let's say your support's dead. You can't copy a support, but maybe you can copy a tank ult or something. You could actually turn the tide of the battle, and vice versa. Maybe you do have a good support ult. You copy that. He's got pretty reliable healing. He can go invis. His damage is relatively good, but they just nerfed it, so his ult's less and his stones are less. And for that, he kind of fell off. There's better support options. You got Cloak. You got Luna. You got Sue. Like, there's just so many better options. So for that, Loki got a mischief, more like got to fall off. See, he fell off. Someone who didn't fall off and is constantly getting buffed every season, Luna. Luna is like up there with Jeff, bro. She has her own healing. The Adam team up is insane, which is good into triple support, but I don't see a lot of Adam players anymore. You should pick up Adam, by the way. We'll get to him shortly. But the team up with Adam is insane. She can heal herself pretty reliably. Snowflake's great, especially with dive. You put it on a Venom, put it on a Star-Lord, put it on a Psylocke, put it on anyone who's diving, magic and whatnot. And she, she'll be able to heal them. You can swap the Snowflake, put it on a tank, burst heal. Her shift not only pierces enemies and all that, and her ult. Do I need to mention her ult? Come on. It's been, what, 4.5 seasons? Best support in the game, bar none. Magic got buffed. I don't think she's S tier with the buff, but I think she's high A tier. I think she's really, really good. The piercing like slash or whatever it's called, definitely makes it so she has more uptime with like her demons and whatnot. Kind of like Star Lord, in my opinion, because I play a lot of Star Lord. You can mitigate a lot of damage using her TPs and whatnot. Um, like having that invul frames or like a block like Iron Fist or Blade, just having that ability and like for me personally, just like spamming demons, making it harder for enemies to hit you, forcing them to have like an extra entity that they have to hit, kind of like Loki stones, or like the clones that Emma Mag has inside. It's really annoying for the team, and her survivability, especially in OT, if she's close to ult, bar none. Like she can survive just about as long as cap. She gets health back upon every damage, and with the new piercing, you can literally go like portal demon slash portal demon slash uppercut slash boom. You already have both your charges back, 2 more portals, and you just keep repeating the uptime. And she's just really, really strong. For that, I'm gonna leave her in high A. Best tank in the game, maybe second best tank in the game, with the exception of Emma. I think Mag's really strong. He's been consistent. He's really good. He's got great defense. His shield's great. His bubble's great. You can literally save teams with that bubble alone. The shield, not so much. His ult absorbs just about anything. You counter Star-Lord. You counter Iron Man. You counter like Ultron. I mean, you counter any projectile ult in the game that you can think of. There's so many. Like, you just straight up, no. And if it's fully charged, Punisher, bro, you LeBron. You're dunking on Punishers. You're dunking on everybody. Mag, stay winning. All right, you fear Magneto for a reason. He's pretty scary. Someone who's not so scary, but kind of scary at the same time because of the buff. I'm gonna say Mantis. Mantis is really, really good. I'd probably put her in A tier because of her damage boost alone. Like I said before, I do think there's better supports. Characters like Luna, hell, even Cloak. But her damage is pretty good. Her ult got buffed, so she doesn't die as fast in it anymore. She can still die in it, though. I am seeing more Mantis players kind of resurface. It's been a while. They kind of gone into hibernation ever since they lost the res comp. But still pretty good. Sleep's pretty good. Damage boost is pretty good. But if you're not really hitting your headshots, which is kind of tough, I don't play too much Mantis, but the little bit I have played, pretty tough to hit her headshots. But if you can consistently hit those headshots, you got a lot of uptime, and for that, I'll leave her in A tier. Moon Knight. Y'all might hate me for this. But I think Moon Knight's pretty good. Maybe top of A tier, low S tier. He got a second Moonblade. It gives him bonus health on it. You combo it with Groot or just any ult. He literally has the fastest ult charge in the game. I'm gonna say it. Moon Knight S tier. Nah. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that. We'll leave him in A tier. Probably S tier. Between me and you, probably S tier. But for that, I mean, he has the fastest ult in the game. So much damage. And with the addition of triple support, you can basically farm 2 ults before they get their first support ult if you're hitting your shots. His Ankh can disrupt teams, and it forces supports to split up. So, they want to stay gathered. They want to stay together for all that burst healing. You throw a Moon Knight in there, you toss one Moonblade, like 2 of them are half. Now they got to split up so they can't stay too close, and that leaves options for your tanks to pressure them, and that leaves options for your DPS to go in. And overall, really, really, really good. I would say the only thing that Moon Knight lacks is his mobilities. Yes, his grapple hook's good. Yes, he's got a double jump. He's got great verticality. But when it comes to, like, getting out of a sticky situation, like, you got to be playing back with Moon Knight. But if you're doing that, pretty reliable. I'd say one of the best DPS in the game. We're going to leave him A tier. Maybe swap him to S tier. We'll see how we feel at the end of the video. Namor, new buff with Hela. Namor himself, I mean, it gives anti-heal. I'm trying to think. I haven't had too much playtime with the Namor buff yet, but from what I've seen, that bonus squid, I don't know. It always feels like it's in a weird position when you get the kill for the squid, but it does do really good damage. And that, like, AoE, like, water fountain that he has, little geyser or whatever, it's pretty good. It does decent damage, and it puts the anti-heal on, which is a new mechanic that Blade brought in. I think it's really good. I like it. So for that, we're gonna leave him S, maybe A tier. We'll see about that. Penny, Penny, Penny. We're gonna leave him A tier. Penny, B tier. She's good. She got a pretty strong buff, especially with like her mines and whatnot. And I think she gets more bonus health on her webs. But if you're not one of the top like 3 penny players, the character's not that good. You toss Moon Knight or someone, Star Lord, Punisher, hell even Storm or Bucky. You just destroy the mines. You can hook her out of position, and then disrupt her, and she's kind of screwed. But she's really good for defensive maps like Clintar, um, the Hell's Heaven, and I'm trying to think. Is there another good map for her? Just a couple maps like that. She's really really good. I'd say yeah. I'd say she's B tier, but there's definitely better tanks in the game. Psylocke, S tier. She's always been strong. Her ult got buffed this season, so I mean, what else is there to say? You can go invis, you can disrupt enemy teams. Her burst damage isn't as good. I think it got nerfed season 3 or at the beginning of season 4. They nerfed her right click, her little like shadow shurikens, but still really really strong. She gets her cooldowns back really fast, and with the buff on her ult, I mean, what more is there to say? Hulk, he's finally out of ban jail because the Namor team up's gone. He's a really good tank, honestly. S tier, maybe. I don't know. His bubble's good. His ult's good. His right click's good. He's got CC. But is he S tier though? I think he's high A tier. High A tier. Almost S tier. It's nice that he's not banned anymore. But if you get disrupted as Hulk, it's GG. Banner's cowering. Punisher, really strong. He's just a guy who shoots a gun. His ult's really, really good. He's got his turret, gives him a bit of iframes, does a lot of damage. Decent mobility with his grapple, but his shotgun as well. I mean, y'all know. Punisher's pretty good. Rocket. I think Rocket's one of the best supports in the game. I actually made a short about this, and I'm going to catch a lot of hate for this. I think Rocket's one of the best supports in the game. Let me tell you why. Res Beacon, you have that one player who may not be intentionally feeding, but let's just say isn't up to par with the rest of the team. Get a free fight. Boom. He gets a free mistake. It's like you get your get out of jail free card. All right. Top of that, he's got burst healing. You master your bank shots. It's really good. His ult. Bro, I've seen so many comments saying, just shoot his ult. Just shoot his ult. Yes, I agree. You can shoot his ult and you can destroy it super, super fast. But any Rocket player with an IQ above 3 will know to put his ult around a corner or somewhere where it won't get shot initially. And bro, that makes the difference between a top tier Rocket player and a low tier Rocket player. If you can hide your ult to cover your team and keep it up, that buff with the 40% damage increase back to season 1 on top of like his bonus healing, because if you played back then, you know that he didn't have the bonus healing, it was just damage, which was pretty good. But now he has both that, top of the res beacon, on top of the movement. Like, he's got a jetpack. He's a small character to hit. So with all that, I mean, he's like Jeff. The only reason I think Jeff's better is, I mean, Jeff's ult's slightly better. You can kidnap a whole enemy team. He's got bubbles and whatnot, and he just has overall more survivability. But Rocket, he'll definitely help out. So for that, I'm gonna leave Rocket in S tier. I know it's a little crazy. Spider-Man's D, maybe C. I mean, he's been pretty good for like one season, and then he got nerfed, and he just hasn't been the same. There's good Spidey players out there. He's definitely a high skill character. If you can hit your shots and get the pools off the map, pretty reliable, pretty strong. But not every map has that. It's kind of one of the issues that Jeff struggles with. Maybe Angela or even Sue for that matter. Pushing characters off the map, while good, definitely can't. He can't do it all by himself. I mean, he's like the tickle monster. He dives in, does a little combo. Good Spider-Man might be able to maybe get a pickle and a support, But any support player that, plays patty cake or, just pings the Spider-Man, please use your pings, chat. Like, I can't tell you how many games I've been in where people just don't use their pings and there's Spider-Man behind and it's like, I'm trying to ping him. No one turns around. But if you have an IQ like above room temp, I'm telling you, Spider-Man is not going to be a problem. You got characters like Namor, you got characters like Hela, you got characters like Star-Lord. You might be thinking, Star-Lord? Yeah, you just press E, chill on your supports, boom. That one uppercut, he's literally one shot. And then by the time he dives out, maybe your tank, maybe your mag just goes for a pew, and then he disintegrates. I'm telling you, Spider-Man ain't all that. Squirrel Girl also ain't all that. She's got consistent damage, kind of like Moon Knight, but Moon Knight does everything Squirrel Girl does, but better. Burst damage, better. Ankh, better ult. Like, her ult definitely got buffed a couple seasons back. The tracking's a lot better. I think it's really cool that you can stun people with Acorn, but other than that, you're not doing a whole lot with her. You're just chucking nuts down the map, and even then, it'd be lucky if you get a kill. My good Squirrel Girl players, though, that know how to hit their shots, while good, there's just better options out there. Thank you. Goodbye. Star-Lord is my main. I'm biased. Fight me all you want. He's the GOAT. Great movement, W mobility, insane ult, by the way. And if you're pretty good at it, bro, like 2 ults for the price of 1, I'm telling you, it's great. You got a Luna, you got a Mantis, you got a Cloak, enemy team, pop your Star-Lord ult, make them panic, boom. They pop 2, they pop 3. It's all right. You may not get a couple kills. Maybe if they have a flyer, snipe him in the air. He's got great movement. One of the fastest characters in the game. I know BP's faster in burst, but like overall uptime and overall movement, his boost can keep him in the air just about anywhere at all times. He's got decent damage up close. Or I take that back. He's got great damage up close. He only kind of falls off around the 20, 40 meter range. He's not the best at like super poke, but he's great for brawl. His E, especially during all those support ults, like I'm telling you, everyone's going to be running one sort of support ult where you can just run down main. You got a support to match it. You're rocking Star-Lord. You press your E, boom, 30-40% charge like that, and it just super strong. Once again, I could be biased in that regard, but I love Star-Lord. I think people are sleeping on him. He's been played every single season in finals, so for that alone, I mean, come on, he legendary now. He legendary. Storm's pretty good. Especially the combo with see, this is where I kind of get confused because it's like you would want, I think Iron Man counters Storm in the sense that, his ult can just completely destroy the combo. Storm by herself, pretty good. Her ult gives her a nice overheal or bonus shield is what I meant to say. It gives her a nice bonus shield on top of being able to give her allies movement boost, movement increase, as well as a damage increase. Just having that alone is really good for the team value. Just being able to sit back, give your team speed, give them extra damage, and then going in for a W ult is just fantastic. But when you get the Jeff on your team, you get that combo, you can wipe support ults. Like, you got Sue, you got Luna, you got Mantis, you got C&D. You pop this ult, as long as they don't have Mag ult, or they don't have Iron Man, or any ult that can just burst annihilate you, maybe, like Punisher, for example. Like, you pop in, sweep up the entire enemy team, pop out, boom, you eat them all. That's why I love Storm. She's great. Thor got buffed recently. Pretty good. Not the best. There's better tanks. I'd put him behind Groot. He's glorified 3rd DPS. Really good, especially with the Angela team up. He's got pretty decent dive potential. Especially with his ult buff, it's faster, and now it stuns upon slam. But he doesn't have anything. He has no utility. I mean, hell, I'd put him below cap. Like, he's good, but what, you push an enemy forward or you push him a little bit back? It's not as good as Bucky. You can't wall people off. You don't have any shield. Yeah, you can go into Thor Force. You got pretty good damage. But they'll just heal it. And what, you swing your hammer, you dive into the Backline, you pop your ult, you might get 1 kill, 2 kills if you're lucky. Competent team's just gonna shoot you in the air. Behold the god of thunder. No, bro, you're a storm cloud. That's it. It just hurricanes hitting that way. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Could be better. Could be worse. Not a bad tank. Maybe in like a triple tank, like Goats, but I just think there's better options. Scarlet. I think Scarlet's better than Spidey, for the sole reason that Scarlet can counter Spidey. Just like she just holds her beam. Pretty decent against flyers, especially with the Strange team up. Pretty good. Her ult got increased, but she's just a bad character. She doesn't got much. Competent players shoot her out of the air, hide behind a corner. Her ult doesn't do shit. Maybe you're like in the middle of the chaos, pun intended. You got a Sue ult to protect you, and maybe you get a kill. I actually had a game like last night where they did the portal tech. If you like pop the ult, drop a portal, fly through, boom, wipes the team. It's a little hard to catch people off guard, but if you can do that, pretty strong. Just not as reliable. So for that, we're gonna leave her in C tier. She did get a buff where she's able to be healed through her like orb, which is pretty good, because that was one of the biggest gripes, is that she'd float around and then she'd be one shot. She can't get healed during it. I do think that's cool. I don't know if they increase the size of it, so I don't know if it's easier for supports to heal her during that, but she can be healed during it, which is pretty cool. She's just, I don't know. I'd put her behind Spidey. I think Spidey's still better. Venom got buffed. Is he the best tank in the game? I'd say he's close to Mag. He got buffed. He's really, really strong. His ult now does anti-heal. Combine that with like Luna damage boost. You're not only wiping teams, but his slam's good. His burst is good. He does great damage. He's got great poke. W survivability. Like, he's got the survivability of Cap with increased damage and like a triple better ult. So for that alone, he's already up there. Like, mobility's great, damage great. What else is there to say? He's also got the buff with Jeff. He's got the little symbiote thing. So Jeff gets the team up, and it just helps them live forever. So yeah, if you're not playing Venom, you're not banning him, pick up Venom. Bucky, S tier, up here with Psylocke. I think Bucky is hands down. If you don't have the best aim with Hela or Psy, you play Bucky. His ult's great. It refreshes. Everybody knows the infamous again. His hook's really good for disrupting characters like Groot, Venom, which is actually really good because you can use him for anti-dive. His like bionic punch, or whatever it's called, his little uppercut now stuns enemies. It grounds them. So characters like Venom, characters like Groot, BP, I believe it's Star-Lord, that, or Psylocke even, and Spidey, who would dive in, do some damage, dive out. He can just punch them or hook them, and then they're screwed. It's basically a free pick. He has his Tracer, which does good amount of damage, knocks enemies out of the air. But yeah, his ult's great. That new punch does consistent damage. Doesn't get better than that. Wolf is really good. Wolf's really good. You don't see a lot of Wolf players anymore, but he's really freaking good. He still has great survivability. I do think Poke's like heavy in the meta right now, so it's a lot harder for him to brawl or even dive. But if you know how to kidnap, Groot's not a problem. Mag's potentially not a problem. Hell, even Venom's probably not a problem. I just don't see him a lot personally. I think kind of fell off. His damage resist is really good. His ult is really good. He's got great uptime, but he's kind of in like a similar scenario with Cap, where while he's really good, it just kind of varies. Fantastic. He's garbage, bro. No, we're not even going to talk about him. He's got one move. Inflate. That's it. His ult, mid. Damage, mid. It's nice that he has a shield on it. We'll give him some credit where credit's due. You can give ally shield. He's got his little hip thrust or whatever. And other than that, not a bad character. You can still play him. You can still do relatively good with him. There's just literally the entire roster is better. Sue, top support in the game. Definitely up here. Great heals. The new buff with her ult makes it so it slows enemies within it. So characters that would normally dive your backline, you pop the ult, it's harder for them to get out. Does more healing over time, I believe. And she's just got a great toolkit overall. You can go invis, pull people in, use her shift for great damage. Definitely one of the best supports in the game. Thing. Probably the second worst, if not the worst tank in the game. Good against anti-dive, but we're about to get to characters that can do what Thing can do, but just 1,000 times better. Other than like his right click, giving enemies, giving allies a little bit of shield. I will say his buff where he can like jump up to flyers now is pretty good. That's cool. Not really lore accurate. When is like who's throwing rocks up here? We got David and Goliath. All right, buddy, go get him. Like he's not doing a lot. All right, he's cool. His ult's pretty good, WCC, but his damage is mid. He's very tanky. You know, he can absorb a lot of damage, especially with his shift. He's not doing too much disruption, but where he does shine a little bit. There's just so many better characters to play. So for that, it's going to B tier. Torch fell off hardcore. Still really, really good. I mean, I'd put him somewhere around here. He's got great damage. He didn't get like super nerfed, but like he's not as great anymore. He's got good movement. His dive's pretty good, especially with the team up with Sue. You're gonna get a lot of overhealing. If you know how to set up a lot of prisons really well, you'll be getting a lot of damage up. But there's just so many better picks. Emma, best tank in the game. If not, I'd say it's contending with these three. We'll move Strange down here. Strange might be A tier. But these two, hands down, best character in the game. Have a great team up. Emma's super dominant. She's got her grab. Characters like Venom, who's super strong right now, boom, disabled. Her kick against the wall does great damage. Her ult disrupts enemy line of sight and just pulls them all towards you, which is really great for dive and just really good for team damage. Her diamond form, I think it's what, 20%, 40%? Some, I don't know the exact numbers. I don't play a lot of Emma. But damage resist on one of her strongest forms is great. She's got a shield, and she can just do a lot of damage when she has her mind control at like 100%. So for that, top tier, S tier Emma. We love Emma. Ultron, one of the better supports. I think Ultron's better than Loki. I think he's low A tier. Maybe mid A tier. Do I think Ultron's better than Mantis? That's tough, because while Ultron is better in triple support compared to Mantis, it depends entirely on your DPS. I mean, if you hit your shots with Ultron, you're sniping people. But if you're going against characters like Hela, Star-Lord, Bucky, you're getting sniped out of the air, which is kind of tough. But if you play low to the ground, you can give your team a lot of shield. He has a really, really fast ult. Honestly, yeah, I'd put Ultron next to C&D. I do think C&D is better, but once again, this isn't completely ordered. It's like slightly ordered, but not fully. We'll do some final workarounds in a little bit, but yeah, I like how this is looking. Ultron's A tier. He's got a great ult, does a lot of damage, does a lot of healing. His drone's really good, especially for dive. He can sit in the back, provide really good damage. He's like a third DPS, semi-support. Giving shield to your team's really good, and he's got decent movement. I do wish his dash was like a second or two faster. I don't think that's an insane change to ask for, just a second or two compared to a lot of characters that have better cooldowns with higher movement. Because if you use your dash, you're kind of screwed. But other than that, pretty good. Phoenix. Still top tier, but they took away her melee tech, so she can't brawl nearly as good, but she's still really strong. Her E stuns enemies. You can stop portals and whatnot. We saw that in finals. That was insane. Her ult's really good. Destroys Rocket's amplifier. You combine it with like a mag ult. You can stop Luna, potentially Sue. It's really, really good. She's a strong character, decent movement, especially her phase shift makes it hard for her to hit. And if you're hitting your shots, you got that spark, which is really good for triple support. Oh gosh, what was that? Which is really good for triple support. because you can just burst damage, kind of like Moon Knight in a way, but her Sparks does more damage than Moon Knight. So for that, we're gonna leave her high A tier, maybe low S tier, somewhere around there. Blade, B tier. He just hasn't been that good. The buff was all right. I've seen a couple Blade players that actually know how to make him shine. His ult's decent, especially with the anti-heal, but I just don't see any Blade players. I mean, hell, I'd probably put him A, but there's just so many other characters that does what he does slightly better. I do think he's one of the coolest characters in the game. Like, he's badass, bro. His sword, his slices, his theme song with his own with his ult. Come on, bro. And when you go into that vampiric mode, I know that's not actually what it's called. I just like calling it that. When you go into the vampiric mode and you get those slashes, bro, you feel like a demon, bro. I'm telling you, peak Iron Fist, hell, even Daredevil, which we'll get to in a second, doesn't even feel like that, bro. Like he's just so cool. But we'll leave him in B. Angela. I think Angela is secretly S tier. She can disrupt enemies really good. Her shield's decent. She's got great damage. Her ult is basically just like a glorified Groot ult. It is a little bit risky, but I mean, she can fly away and whatnot after she throws. I think she's S tier. She's super hard to hit. A good Angela player is kind of like Iron Man Season 1 with the whole Gamma team up. You're just dodging and weaving, making sure you don't get hit, going in for your engage. You can disrupt supports. You can disrupt the tank. And her poke is just so good. So for that, I'm leaving her S tier. I do think we just still need a little bit more time with her to get like an accurate position, but I guarantee you she's gonna stay at the top. I've been seeing her a lot in my ranked games. Daredevil, also been seeing him a lot in my ranked games, but it's not like, I don't know, it's still relatively new. I feel like once players master him, it's gonna be a lot better. But I think he's good. I think he's really good. I think he's really strong. His ult's pretty good. Being able to blind people is pretty good. His deflect's nice. I do think in the initial trailer, I think his deflect was like 5 to 3 seconds. They nerfed it to like 2, kind of like Blade's block. Although Blade's block's longer, it's just his like perfect block. I think they need to increase the timing of his deflect. I think they have it too short. I think you give him a longer deflect, maybe give him 2 grapples, and he's in a perfect spot. He's not too OP. He has really good damage, especially with marking his targets and whatnot. His damage resist. He gets a speed boost. He can dash towards them. But having that second grapple, because like you can use the grapple to get Fury back, as well as like grapple a target and hit him with your Righteous Cross. So you can use that, do a bunch of damage, but then you can't get out. Like, you can deflect and try to walk out, but you have to engage and use so much of your abilities to try to get a pick that, I don't know, maybe he just needs a second one, or he needs a longer deflect. Like, make his deflect 5 seconds, leave him where he's at. I think he's a great character. But we'll obviously know more in time. We'll know more in time. He can't really like do a lot through support ults right now, and he's just kind of there. But his damage is pretty good, so for that we'll leave him up there. Finally, last but not least, cue the aura farming music. We got the perfect being himself. Oh, no, Adam's A tier. He's pretty good. I definitely think he felt off with his res comp, but his ult, I'd say he's the second best triple support in the game. I think it goes either Luna, Sue, and Cloak for double support. I don't know actually, because Jeff's so good. Nah, I'm gonna leave him low A tier. He's good. I'd move him up. His res alone is just so good, bro. Being able to fully revive a team. But you just don't see a lot of competent Adam players, bro. Like, some people don't even use the res for 1 or 2 people. You don't need a 6-man res to make his ult useful, because people will be encouraged to not only will you res 1 or 2 people, they will be encouraged to int, because they know they are safe. Because they're inting, it allows you to get space so you can walk forward, which increases your radius. So if they do die, they get the res beacon, you have that space back, And you still have, like, oh my gosh, bro. The amount of times I see an Adam player who doesn't know what they're doing, it makes me so mad. That being said, I do think he's a really, really great support. His life stream's good. He got buffed like 2 seasons ago. Or yeah, I think it was 2 seasons ago. Where his damage when headshot gives him a lot more of his life stream back. As well as, like, his right click now gives him a little bit more back. But headshots obviously give a lot more. And then his soul bond OP, it got nerfed, I think, season 2 from like 30 to 40 seconds. So you don't see it as much in team fights, but when you do see it, completely counters a dive, you can almost completely counter a supportal with that alone. Like a soul bond and an E, as long as they're not comboing ults, you can survive. And his res is really, really strong, but there's just better supports like, Jav, Luna, Sue. So for that alone, we're going to leave him right there. So, if you skip to the end, screw you, but I respect it. It's all right. You know what? Here's the tier list. If you want to hear my thoughts and why it looks like this, watch the video. You'll see each character. You'll know what I thought about it, and you'll understand as Flats would say, you'll understand the nuance behind each character. So hopefully you enjoyed my little rant. We yapped for about 46 minutes. This is a long video, but yeah, I'm going to get a screenshot of this real quick and upload it. Let me know what you guys thought. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And do you want to see more videos like these from the future? Please like and subscribe. Catch you in the next one. Peace.